Hey there, gearheads, and welcome to another deep dive curated just for you, Vintage Car Chronicles listeners. Today we're trading asphalt for gravel as we explore a rally car with a story as unique as its design. The Peugeot 307 WRC. Now, you usually picture stripped-down hatchbacks when you think rally car, right?
Right.
But Peugeot decided to base theirs on a coupe cabriolet.
Wow.
Yep, the 307cc, talk about head turner.
Yeah.
It had a mixed run in the World Rally Championship from 2004 to 2006.
Right.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
What's fascinating here is Peugeot's gamble. Instead of going with the tried and tested, they opted for a car known more for style than ruggedness. It was a huge risk trying to transform a heavier, less aerodynamic car into a rally beast.
So why would they even attempt this? Was it purely a marketing stunt to give the 307cc a sporty image?
Marketing certainly played a role. Imagine this stylish coupe cabriolet tearing through rally stages. It was a brilliant way to capture attention and create buzz. But there's more to it than that.
Right.
Peugeot had a history of innovation in motorsports. Remember the 205 T16? They weren't afraid to push boundaries and challenge conventions.
So it was a mix of marketing savvy and a genuine desire to innovate. But let's be honest, turning a coupe cabriolet into a rally car sounds like an engineering nightmare.
It definitely presented some unique challenges. They had to reinforce the chassis strip down the interior and somehow shave off weight while adding all the necessary rally components. Remember, those coupe cabriolets come with a lot of extra weight due to the retractable roof mechanism, and it was a first. To this day, the Peugeot 307 WRC remains the only WRC car based on a coupe cabriolet.
That's wild. Okay, so they had their work cut out for them. How do they approach the technical side?
Well, under the hood, they packed it with a powerful 2.0-liter turbocharged engine and a sophisticated four-wheel drive system, but the gearbox was a bit of a surprise. They initially went with a four-speed.
With a four-speed. In a rally car, that seems incredibly limiting, especially given the variety of terrains and conditions they face.
It raised eyebrows at the time, for sure. Peugeot prioritized simplicity and reliability, especially considering the high-stress environment of rally racing. They believed that the engine's torque would compensate for the fewer gears. A bit of a brute force approach, you could say.
So did that strategy pay off?
It was a gamble, and like any gamble, it had its pros and cons. The four-speed was robust and could handle the engine's power. But as the 307 WRC tackled more diverse rally conditions, the need for flexibility became apparent. Eventually, they switched to a more conventional 5-speed sequential gearbox. It gave drivers more control and allowed them to optimize the car's performance across a wider range of stages.
A classic example of adapting to the challenges on the fly. It's interesting how they balanced their initial vision with the realities of competition.
Absolutely. And there's another technical detail worth noting. The 307 WRC featured a transversely mounted gearbox. This, unlike its predecessor, the 206 WRC, with its longitudinally mounted gearbox, allowed for better weight distribution and reduced friction. Small details, but they contribute to the overall performance.
It sounds like they were really trying to squeeze every bit of performance out of this unconventional platform. But how did all this translate into real-world results on the rally track?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. The 307 WRC made its debut in the 2004 WRC season, and it was a bit of a trial by fire. They encountered those pesky transmission and power steering issues early on, making it a real roller coaster ride for the team.
So bumpy start. But I'm guessing there were some bright spots as well. You don't build a rally car just to have it sit in the garage, right?
Right you are. In fact, the 307 WRC snatched its first victory in its debut season, which was a huge achievement considering those early hiccups.
Now we're talking. Where did they pull off this win?
It was none other than the 2004 Rally Finland, often referred to as the Grand Prix of rallying. It's known for its insanely fast gravel roads, blind crests, and massive jumps, making it a true test of both driver skill and car performance.
So not exactly a walk in the park for a debut, especially with a car as unconventional as the 307 WRC.
Not at all. But it was the perfect stage to showcase the 307's strengths. Its powerful engine and robust four-wheel drive system really shone through. And at the wheel was Marcus Grönholm, a legend in the rally world, especially in his home country of Finland. It was a match made in heaven.
A homegrown hero behind the wheel of a daring new car, conquering one of the most demanding rallies in the world. You can't write a better story than that.
It was a defining moment for the 307 WRC, proving that Peugeot's gamble wasn't just about marketing, but about genuine performance potential. This win silenced many of the critics who had dismissed the car as a mere publicity stunt.
So they had their doubters. But that victory in Finland must have injected a huge dose of confidence into the team.
Absolutely. They addressed many of the technical gremlins in the following year. And the 307 WRC started the 2005 season strong. They even held the championship lead for a while, showing that they were a force to be reckoned with.
That's incredible. It sounds like they were on the cusp of achieving something truly special. But I remember there was a tragic event during that season.
Yes. The 2005 Rally Great Britain was a dark moment for the 307 WRC and the entire rally community. Marco Merton, one of Peugeot's drivers, crashed, tragically resulting in the death of his co-driver, Michael Park. It was a heartbreaking reminder of the inherent risks of this sport.
A somber reminder that motorsport, for all its thrills and triumphs, carries a heavy weight of risk.
It cast a long shadow over the remainder of the season, and then at the end of 2005, Peugeot, along with Citroën, announced their withdrawal from the WRC.
So the 307 WRC's time in the WRC was cut short. But I understand its story didn't end there.
You're right. It continued to compete in the 2006 season with private teams. One notable example was the OMV Peugeot Norway World Rally Team, run by Bosian Racing, a company that specialized in preparing Peugeot rally cars. They recruited talented drivers like Manfred Stoll and Henning Solberg to keep the 307 WRC in the game.
So even without the full backing of a factory team, the 307 WRC still had some fight left in it.
It did. In fact, Manfred Stoll secured an impressive fourth place in the overall driver standings that year, and the 307 WRC continued to snatch podium finishes throughout the season. It's a testament to both the car's inherent capabilities and the dedication of the privateer teams who kept it running at a high level.
It's a classic underdog story. A car initially dismissed by some, finding a second wind and proving its worth even without the full support of a major manufacturer.
Exactly. And its story went beyond the World Rally Championship. The 307 WRC found a second home in the French Rally Championship, where it continued to compete for several years, showcasing its versatility on both tarmac and gravel stages.
So despite its unconventional origins and a relatively short stint in the WRC, the 307 WRC carved out a unique place in rally history. But we focused a lot on the why and the what of the 307 WRC. Now let's dig into the how. What were some of the key technical innovations that made this car tick?
We touched upon the unusual four-speed gearbox, which was eventually replaced by a five-speed sequential, and the transversely mounted transmission. But there's more to uncover.
Well, don't leave us hanging. Spill the beans on those technical marvels.
Remember, they started with a coupe-cabriolet, which isn't exactly known for its slippery shape. To make the 307 WRC aerodynamically efficient for rallying, they had to get creative. They added a massive rear wing to increase downforce, which helped with stability at high speeds. They also integrated front and rear diffusers to channel airflow and reduce drag. Essentially, they transformed a stylish cruiser into a downforce-generating machine.
That's a pretty dramatic transformation. But aerodynamics is only part of the equation. What about handling those rough rally stages?
The 307 WRC had a sophisticated suspension system with long travel dampers and adjustable ride height. These long travel dampers allowed the wheels to move freely over larger distances, crucial for absorbing the impact of jumps and bumps without jeopardizing the car's stability. Imagine it like having shock absorbers with extra give, allowing the car to glide over rough terrain.
Makes sense. So they were prepared for the jumps and bumps, but what about slowing down from those high speeds?
Ah, the brakes. The 307 WRC was equipped with large, ventilated disc brakes on all four wheels. These weren't your average brakes, though. The ventilated design helped dissipate heat more effectively, preventing brake fade during those intense braking moments.
So they were ready to tackle those tight corners and hairpin turns. It's fascinating to see how they blended cutting-edge technology with the unique demands of rally racing.
And let's not forget the human element. The drivers who wrestled this car through those challenging stages played a crucial role in its success.
You mentioned Marcus Grönholm, but weren't there other notable drivers who contributed to the 307 WRC's story?
Absolutely. Drivers like Freddie Loix, Harry Rovanperä, each brought their own style and skills to the table, pushing the car to its limits. And of course, Marco Merton, whose tragic accident in 2005 cast a somber reminder of the dangers inherent in this sport.
Their contributions, both in moments of triumph and tragedy, are woven into the fabric of the 307 WRC's legacy. Speaking of legacy, how did the 307 WRC's impact extend beyond the racetrack?
This car wasn't just a competitor. It was a symbol of French engineering and a source of national pride. Seeing a French car take on the world's best rally drivers was a thrilling experience for fans, a testament to France's automotive heritage.
So it captured the hearts of fans and ignited a sense of national pride. Did this popularity translate beyond the world of rally?
It did. The 307 WRC, with its distinctive design and racing pedigree, became a sought-after car for collectors and enthusiasts. It wasn't just a rally car, it became a cultural icon, a symbol of daring design and performance.
From rally stages to collector garages, it certainly left a mark. But let's circle back to Peugeot's decision to withdraw from the WRC. We've touched on it. But I'd like to understand the factors behind it a bit better.
It was a complex decision influenced by several factors. The tragic accident in 2005 undoubtedly played a role, but it wasn't the sole reason. Competing at the highest level of rallying was, and still is, a financially demanding endeavor. The costs associated with developing and maintaining competitive cars, along with travel and logistics, are substantial.
It's a high-stakes game, both financially and emotionally.
Indeed. And at that time, Peugeot had other strategic priorities. They were investing heavily in new technologies and exploring new markets. They had to make tough choices about resource allocation.
It makes you wonder, though, what if they had stayed? What if they had continued developing the 307 WRC? Or perhaps created an even more radical successor?
It's fascinating to speculate. Would they have continued their unconventional approach? What impact would they have had on the sport's evolution? These are questions that will forever remain unanswered.
But even though their WRC journey ended, their contribution to the sport is undeniable. The 307 WRC's story is a testament to the spirit of innovation, and a reminder that sometimes taking risks can lead to remarkable results.
It certainly challenged the norms of rally car design and left a lasting impression on fans and the industry alike.
Well, we've explored the origins, the innovations, the triumphs, and the tragedies of the Peugeot 307 WRC. It's a story that captures the essence of motorsport, the relentless pursuit of performance, the daring spirit of innovation, and the enduring passion of those who dedicate their lives to this thrilling world.
It's a car that dared to be different, and in doing so, left an unforgettable mark on the world of rally.
It's amazing how a car can become more than just a machine, evolving into a cultural touchstone and a symbol of human ingenuity.
The 307 WRC is a prime example of that. Its story resonates with enthusiasts and casual observers alike, sparking curiosity and igniting discussions. It reminds us that innovation often stems from a willingness to challenge the status quo, to step outside the comfort zone of convention.
And as we've been diving into this story, I keep coming back to Peugeot's decision to use a coupe cabriolet as their starting point. It was a bold move, a gamble that could have easily backfired. But instead, it created a car that was visually stunning and technically fascinating.
It's a testament to their engineering prowess, their ability to adapt and overcome the challenges posed by such an unconventional choice. They transformed a car known for leisurely drives along the coast into a rally monster, capable of conquering the most demanding stages in the world.
It makes you wonder, did Peugeot's gamble ultimately pay off? Did this daring experiment leave a lasting impact on the world of rally? Or was it simply a fleeting moment of audacity?
Well, it's difficult to measure the return on investment for something as multifaceted as a 307 WRC. It didn't rack up a string of championships, but it did achieve significant victories and challenge the established order.
It was a disruptor, a car that made people rethink what a rally car could be.
Exactly. And its legacy can be seen in subtle ways. Its use of a transversely mounted gearbox and its focus on aerodynamic efficiency influenced subsequent rally car designs. It might not have been a direct linear impact, but it contributed to the evolution of the sport in its own way.
And beyond the technical aspects, the 307 WRC served as a powerful marketing tool for Peugeot, boosting the brand's image and captivating the imaginations of enthusiasts worldwide.
Wow.
It created a halo effect, associating the Peugeot name with innovation and a willingness to push boundaries.
Absolutely. It's hard to quantify the value of that kind of brand association, but it undoubtedly had a positive impact on Peugeot's overall perception.
It also inspired a new generation of rally fans, those who were drawn to its unique design and its underdog spirit. It wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of daring, and a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected paths lead to the most interesting destinations.
It's a story that transcends motorsport, a testament to the human drive to innovate, to challenge conventions, and to create something truly special. And who knows, perhaps its legacy continues to inspire engineers and designers today, pushing them to think outside the box and to create the next generation of groundbreaking machines.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the Peugeot 307 WRC, I'm left with a sense of awe and appreciation for this remarkable car and the people who brought it to life.
It's a story that reminds us that progress often comes from taking risks, from embracing the unconventional, and from a relentless pursuit of excellence.
And for you, our loyal Vintage Car Chronicles listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you a newfound appreciation for this unique chapter in rally history. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another fascinating journey through the world of vintage cars. Until then, keep the passion for motoring alive.